All right, good morning, traders. Today is October 16th, 2023. My morning SPY pivot is 432.52. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. QQQ, FNGU, SMH remain in their new daily uptrends, while SPY, IWM, and DIA are still in downtrends. USO crude oil remains bullish in a daily uptrend. I think as long as tensions are hot in the Middle East, crude oil value will rise. UNG has started a new daily uptrend, now considering consolidating over 750. Gold and silver are in daily downtrends. And I want to point out Friday before the market opened that some of the large cap financial stocks got bullish pops from the good earnings numbers reported. We may see a market rally to new highs this quarter after testing the head and shoulders neckline. War typically is bullish for the market, and now that we could have the financials and the semiconductors rising, we could see a significant new high in the markets. We'll see how this plays out. Let's go look at some charts. All right, let's take a look at SPY first. So here's SPY. Here's our neckline. Neckline's down here about 427, 428. All right, this is the neckline right here. And Friday's price action was bearish. And we had some little bit of continuation, but still did not get near the neckline. So I still think they want to test that neckline before making a higher high. So far, SMH still in an hourly uptrend, but still in a daily downtrend with lower highs and lower lows. So we'll see what happens here in SPY. Again, my SPY pivot is 432.51, 432.52. So right about there. And the market's currently a little bit over it. So what we're looking at, let's look at the 10-minute chart. And this is the high right now that the market is challenging. So we'll see what happens if they make it up over this high today. There's a possibility they go back up and challenge yesterday's highs. We'll see what they want to do right here. But this is the high that if they breach this, I think they're moving all the way back up to here to challenge this area up there. So we'll see what happens today. So here's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ on a daily chart started a new daily uptrend with higher lows and higher highs. On the hourly chart, still moving, higher highs and higher lows on the hourly as well. So QQQ still in an hourly uptrend and in a daily uptrend. And we'll take a look now at FNGU. Let's back out and take a look at diamonds one more time. Now you can see the QQQ, the NASDAQ bounced off of, well, let's just call it this trend line right through here. So we got a 1, 2, 3, 4. It was a fifth touch on the trend line. So how far low they have to go, but here would be minor support. Minor support is right about there. 362.32. We'll see how much further. They didn't quite hit it Friday. I would expect them to hit it sometime today. We'll see what happens. There's QQQ. Let's take a look at FNGU. Here's the neckline for FNGU, making lower highs and lower lows. Now it's currently in a daily uptrend, a new daily uptrend, making higher lows and higher highs. Still in an hourly uptrend there. FNGU, again, doing pretty much the same thing as QQQ. We had a third touch of the trend line to the downside. Minor support for FNGU exists right about 157.32. They failed to hit it Friday. They may be coming in either today or tomorrow to hit that. There's FNGU. Let's take a look at IWM. IWM still in a daily downtrend, no hourly uptrend to report. Right now we've got lower highs on the daily chart and lower lows. Lower highs and lower lows. So we'll see if IWM is going to create a new lower low here. It's right down at previous support. It's actually sitting right on support right now, IWM. Diamond Dow is in a daily downtrend still, but an hourly uptrend. So if we look at it on the daily chart, we've got lower highs and lower lows. If we look at it on the hourly chart, we've got higher lows, higher highs. Nice consolidation up here for Diamond Dow. That's looking good for probably later this week to make new higher highs. So there's Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at IYT. Here's our transports. Look at them on the daily chart. Lower highs, lower lows, and trying to consolidate right now, right here between 228.50 or 228.40 and 237.60. So there's transports. No uptrend to report, just still a daily downtrend with lower highs and lower lows. Let's take a look at, let's take a look at SMH, if we didn't do that yet. So here's SMH doing the 3-touch, and this is the blast down we had on Friday. Now SMH has started a new daily uptrend. So here is the higher low and the higher high. So SMH in an hourly and a daily uptrend, but challenging this downtrend line right here. So bulls need to break that downtrend line. Bears need to break the support. Let's take a look at the financials. Now the financials did pretty good, although it was a red candle on Friday. They did reach new highs for this rally up. Financials did incredibly well here compared to the rest of the market. Kind of holding an inside day, almost an inside day, other than this high up here at the midpoint. So financials, although they're still in a daily downtrend, are still also in an hourly uptrend with higher lows and higher highs. And you can see them consolidating right here underneath the midpoint. So it's possible they challenge this downtrend line and scoot up over this midpoint in the near future. I expect it to most likely happen after we hit the head and shoulders neckline. So now let's take a look at our technicals. Here's our T2122, and we were back in the sell zone yesterday, making lower highs and lower lows right there. T2123, just red all day long on the 15-minute chart. On the 3-bar chart, still some space opening up now between price action and the trend indicator. Possible double bottom here pretty soon here in T2123. FNGU indicator was red all day long. We'll see if they can change that. I think they're still going to have to test this support area right through here. This would be minor support. Probably might happen either today or tomorrow. We'll see what happens. There's FNGU on the 15-minute. And you can see red trend indicator the whole day on Friday. Now let's go back and take a look at, let's take a look at US dollar. See if I can slide this over here. Okay, here we go. All right, so here is the US dollar. This is the blast off since July. And you can see US dollars consolidating between 105.50, which represents minor support over here. You can see US dollars consolidating here between 105.50 and about 107.40, right up there between these two. So we'll see what the dollar wants to do today. But there's US dollar on the economic calendar. Not much happening. Got the Empire State Manufacturing Index at 8:30. Couple of Fed speakers. Actually, the same one speaks twice. Okay, then we get some more Fed speakers on Tuesday. Retail sales, industrial production, and some more Fed speakers. The big one comes on Thursday. Jerome Powell's going to speak at noon. That will probably create the market reaction right there. So that would be the headline for this week, is the Jerome Powell speech at noon on Thursday. So we'll see what happens there. As far as earnings go, I had them up here. Give me a second. Earnings for this morning, it's not much except for Schwab. Schwab's going to report before the market opens. $93 billion under Charles Schwab. Got another bank, $108 billion right there. So that they're going to report. Looks like a foreign entity, so we'll find out when they report later on. They don't have a time yet. So we had some big banks kind of do some financial reports for earnings, and turns out they had some pretty good numbers. So we saw a slight pop in some of the XLF. So look forward to that to move up later in the quarter. We'll see what they want to do with it. That's it right there for the markets so far. I don't have anything on watch other than I'm looking forward to mainly just kissing the head and shoulders or testing it in one way, fashion, or another. And then for that reversal and then to move up and back over. Right now on XLF, you can see we've got an inverse head and shoulders showing up on the hourly chart. So you have a neckline here. Just want to point that out in case you're interested in playing the XLF. Once up over this neckline right through here. Looks like we could genuinely have a nice rally on our hands, popping over this neckline right there. So I'm going to take questions in the room. Actually, I'll go take a look at 2, 3, 4 more items. Let's look at USO. Here's crude oil. And crude oil on the daily chart. So crude oil getting a pop, probably because of tensions over there in the Middle East. So crude oil just consolidating between 75 and 82 right now. Crude oil getting a bump this morning. UNG kind of falling out a little bit, but UNG is in a new daily uptrend with higher lows and higher highs. Silver currently in a downtrend with lower highs and lower lows. Silver trying to challenge that downtrend right here. Gold in a downtrend. Gold looks like it wants to challenge that downtrend. Nice big pop on Friday, but you can see lower highs and lower lows on gold. So we have downtrends in precious metals, but in the energy sector, when it comes to nat gas and crude oil, we have uptrends. So we'll take a look at some questions in the room. If anybody has any questions, go ahead and post them up. Other than that, I will speak to everybody out there in YouTube land at 4 o'clock when I do the market wrap up today. All right? And I'll take questions in the room right now.